Uhuru. Uhuru means freedom. My name is Mwezi Odom, Secretary General of the African People's Socialist Party USA. I want to salute my leadership, APSP Chairman Omali Yeshitela, founder and leader of the International Uhuru Movement that is leading the African Revolution and the global anti-colonial struggle. On behalf of our National Central Committee, we say colonialism must go, and that the African People's Socialist Party and the Uhuru Movement stand unconditionally with the Mexican, Indigenous, and other Latin American people of the barrios of Los Angeles, Paramount, and Compton, who are in a state of powerful resistance on their own stolen land. We salute Unión del Barrio, our closest compañeros, for 40 years, recognizing that the indigenous Mexican people are the rightful owners of this land from Alaska to Chile. As Unión del Barrio declared in a statement during their resistance, quote, "Our struggle began when the first invaders set foot on our lands in 1492. This is our land. This is our fight. We will not accept to live in eternal fear, and we do not ask permission or make apologies to the repressive government when we defend our families and communities. History is on our side, and today, more than ever, we have the moral authority and the universal right to defend our people from kidnappings and family separation," end quote. As captured African people, kidnapped from our own homeland of Africa, enslaved and colonized on stolen indigenous land for 400 years, we recognize that the struggle of the Mexican indigenous people for their self-determination and sovereignty is another front of our same struggle for freedom and independence. We recognize that our united goal is the overturning of the colonial mode of production, which has built wealth and prosperity for the colonizers for centuries at the expense of indigenous, African, and colonized people. As African internationalists, we recognize that the system of U.S. colonial border patrol and immigration and customs enforcement, ICE, is built on a colonial capitalist system of repression and police containment that extends back to slave patrols. This was made evident in the brutality imposed on African migrants from Haiti in Del Rio, Texas in September 2021. As Chairman Amalia Shatella has stated, the genocidal colonial terror against Mexican people began long before Trump, when white colonial settlers stole half of Mexico at gunpoint in the 1850s. All of quote-unquote California and the entire quote-unquote Southwest of the illegitimate settler colonial U.S. is stolen, occupied land that belongs to the indigenous people. We call on African people worldwide to join in this struggle to reverse the verdict of colonialism over our lives. We reject colonial and neo-colonial opportunism that has attempted to divide the African working class from its centuries-long solidarity with the indigenous people of the Americas. We know that Africans, from the moment of our initial colonial enslavement on this continent, have been part of the revolution of the Americas. We unite with the demand for an end to the vicious kidnappings of Mexican people by the colonial occupation army known as ICE, the removal of the National Guard, sheriff's deputies, and LA police from their communities, and the right for Mexican indigenous people to reclaim their land and self-determination, and victory to the resistance of the Mexican people. Colonialism must go. Victory to African, Mexican, and indigenous people. The people united will never be defeated. Hasta la victoria siempre. Uhuru.